Uh, Michael Ray, you have been able to join us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lou, if you can, I'm in the car. I'm a little late coming out of work. If you can facilitate this meeting, that'd be helpful. I don't have the agenda in front of me.
All right, thank you. Another 2 minutes. Second string quarterback.
He's doing an Aaron Rodgers on you.
Yes, yeah. All right. No issue. So it is 6:05 p.m. I've been asked as Vice Chair of the Select Board, Lou Franco, I am, to conduct this meeting. It's Thursday, September 14th, 2023. The Select Board is meeting for the special purpose of a joint meeting with the Board of Assessors for the purpose of public hearing to have a appointment to the remaining vacant seat on the Board of Assessors. So, with no further ado, in accordance with the requirements of the open meeting law, please be advised that this meeting is being recorded and broadcast live over the Lunenburg Public Access channel, on Facebook Live on the Public Access Facebook page, and it will be uploaded to the Lunenburg Access YouTube after the meeting. The agenda lists all the topics which may be discussed at the meeting and are those reasonably anticipated by the chair or the vice chair in this case. Votes may be taken as a result of these discussions. Not all items listed may in fact be discussed, and other items not listed may also be brought up for discussion to the extent permitted by the open meeting law. So to begin, do we have any public comment from the board?
No.
No.
Okay. Any public comment from the public?
No.
I see Mr. Rabbit's hand is up.
Thank you. Mr. Frankel, just a question. Do we call the meeting of the Board of Assessors at this point, or?
Not at this point, but we will get to that.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Lou. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Any other public comment to the from the public? Seeing none. Of course, I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't see any hands. But okay. So purpose of the meeting, again, as previously stated, is a joint meeting with the two existing members of the Board of Assessors and an applicant for the vacancy, which to fill the vacancy until the May 22, 2024 election. So with that, I would ask the Board of Assessors to open its meeting at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a true pleasure to be able to open up a meeting after being closed down for a while. Okay, I'd like to open this meeting of the Board of Assessors with a quick roll count. Brian LaFond. Here. And I, John Rabbit, are here and hereby declare a quorum, and we're ready to participate. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Well, there is a quorum, but you didn't actually technically open the meeting yet, but.
Oh, okay, and I'd like to open the meeting too. Yeah, I'm new at this, come on.
Yes, so let's have a motion for that.
Okay, I have a motion to open the meeting.
Second.
And,
All those in favor?
okay. So we have an applicant for the vacancy, and please forgive me if I pronounce your name incorrectly. Your last name, Sarah, is it Kammer? Okay, thank you. So please, if you would, take some floor time and express to us who you are, your interest in this position, and all that good stuff.
Sure, Vice Chair. My name is Sarah Kammer. I live at 304 Lancaster Ave in Lunenburg. I've lived here for about 10 years. And I have noticed that we have a little bit of an issue meeting quorum in the Board of Assessors and getting some of the work done that needs to get done. Since I believe in civic duty, I'm good with data and numbers. I'm not worried about assessors courses, and I don't really have that many conflicts of interest in the community, except as it pertains to my own house. When we get to dealing with assessments, I thought I should volunteer. I'm good at objectively gathering and summarizing data. And I'm used to working with frameworks and procedures. So I thought I could at least work on this position until May 2024.
Okay. Are there any questions from the select board at this moment?
I have no questions.
Or comments?
Well, I'll start out. So I know Sarah, she is an extended neighbor. She's not a direct next door neighbor, but like 2 houses away. I met her many years ago during the dreaded Unitil. That's when we first met, and I guess she had just been moved in at that time or close to it. I know her. I can vouch for the fact that she's very data driven, very good at expressing, thoughts and evaluating and analyzing problems and processes. And I am very happy that she has decided that
Debbie LaFont.
sorry. I'm very happy that she decided to put her name in the ring for this position, even if it's just till May. But believe me, that will go a long way. And maybe she'll have a change of heart in May, but I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about getting to May first. So I appreciate her volunteering and her sense of civic duty, and I know she will be excellent in this job.
Excellent. Any other members of the select board?
I'll just add to that thank you, Sarah, for stepping up. And I see you did mention in an email to us that you have already spoken with Mr. Rabbit and watched the select or Board of Assessor meetings from the past year. So I really appreciate all of that background preparation that you've done, and just want to thank you for volunteering.
Mr. Nuzzolo, you got anything?
Hi, everyone. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Hey.
I've been told that I have audio issues with my laptop, so just wanted to make sure. No, I don't have any questions, Sarah, but thank you for wanting to volunteer.
Michael Ray, are you able to join us for, I see that you're muted. Do you have any questions or comments? You're sideways.
Okay. I think Sarah's for volunteer to step up, and thank you. This is really important, so thank you.
Okay, I think you're finished, right? Your sound was kind of bad. You're done, Michael Ray? Okay, we'll call him done.
I do want to let
Yes,
let
thank
Michael Ray know that we have sent a spaceship, and it should be to Mars in a little bit to rescue you. So hang in there, Michael.
Yes, Star Trek, get him back, get him back. So I would like to also thank you very much for stepping forward in this critically important role at this time. And if I'm not mistaken, I might give you full credit where credit is due. That I believe I read, because it was a little while back, I believe I read that you not only watched all of the assessors meetings that you could, but you also watched all of the select board meetings within the last several months or something.
I have to say, I don't really watch them. I listen to them in the car.
Well, okay, okay. Yeah. It's much more entertaining when you watch. You should watch. Do we have any comments from either member of the Board of Assessors or questions? Mr. Rabbit?
Chairman, thank you. When Sarah called, I got to admit, Sarah, it was so nice to hear from you again. It really was. And I'm just overjoyed that everything is done as well. Sarah and I worked together on the stormwater. How appropriate, huh? And Sarah, what impressed me the most, not only do we have a brilliant person here, but she asks really good clarifying questions. And I just can't say enough, Sarah, and thank you so much for stepping up. And Wednesday evenings it is. Thank you very much.
Mr. LaFond?
Yes, I'd just like to say I've never met you until just now. It's a pleasure meeting you. We will be learning together, hopefully on parallel tracks. Hopefully we can also help the Board of Assessors to move forward as we move into the next round of 5-year evaluations. So I think that'll be fun. It may be painful, but we'll be sharing that pain.
No, we're supposed to be selling here, Brian. Sell.
I have a decent idea of what I'm getting into. It's okay. I look forward to working with you too, Brian
Thank you.
and Jack.
Yeah, all day. And by the way, it's not this coming Wednesday. It'll be the following Wednesday. We couldn't get a Zoom spot, so we have to push it back a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't contacted you, Brian. I've been
I
out.
was gonna,
Good.
Mr. Vice Chair, if I may, that brings up an interesting point, since there was no quorum and therefore, well, I get, Jack, did you hold an office in the BOA? Were you a vice chair?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so that answers the
Yeah.
question. So I was just wondering officially by rule, who can call a meeting? Because if there's, and again, it's kind of a, I know it sounds picayune, but it's just by the book who has the ability. But as previous vice chair, you're not a new member. You have the ability to call one in the absence of a chair. So
And
Right.
even I sent data out to show that the DOR had actually identified me as the vice chair as well. Or somebody did. One of the
Yeah.
town, whoever it's a town site or whatever. I'm happy to and let anybody be the chair, honestly. Sarah?
that wasn't my point. You'll decide that at your meeting. My
Okay, yeah.
point, for those who may be interested in why I asked the question, if this was a completely new board, no one on the board could call the chair, and the town clerk would have to call the chair, call the meeting for the first time. And
Yeah.
that's the only reason I'm saying that. And
Okay.
again, it's a very fine point, but anyway, it's done. I've said it and I've answered it.
Thank you, John.
That's a very good clarifying point for the record, though, Mr. Alonso. Thank you for that. I was more just operating out of, the idea that Jack's the most senior member, and we're down to a skeleton crew there. So anybody who can call a meeting, please call a meeting. You're quite right. That's procedurally appropriate. So with that, I would ask you one question, Sarah. I take it you're fully aware of sort of the time sensitivity of what's coming up on the Board of Assessors calendar. So you've got to sort of cram and pass and be prepared to jump in pretty immediately.
Yes, I'm looking forward to some weekend hours online with those 4-hour apiece courses.
Wow.
Set a good example for your students. It's a great opportunity.
Sarah, I didn't drop the package off, by the way, because it was pouring like heck yesterday, so I couldn't stuff it in email. So I still have the prep packages for you.
I'm actually most concerned about being able to get online to get to those courses. I think I have to have an email and be registered
That's correct.
with the town to do that. So that's my only concern there. And I have to double check when things are open, but I should be able to at the latest come in on Monday.
I would ask at this time if the town manager has any questions or comments.
No questions. I was just gonna say, I will email our IT vendor to have an email address assigned to you. And once that's done and you come in next week and get sworn in, either the town clerk or the finance director, who will be in probably Tuesday, can assign you in Gateway. So you'll then be able to take those modules going forward.
It took me several days, so be patient.
Okay.
We'll get the ball rolling though.
And it
today.
may be because I did something wrong. I don't know.
But
Okay,
beyond, sorry,
You go ahead, Madam Town Manager, please go.
if you just be on the lookout through your personal email for how to log in to the town email.
Will do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So with no further ado, Mr. Alonso, I have a procedural question for you, since we are running, we do have we have a quorum of the Board of Assessors here tonight. They have called a meeting to order. We are holding this as a joint meeting. I take it when I entertain a motion to appoint, that motion needs to come from the select board, is that correct? And then be seconded from the select board, or does it not matter? Are we all just one board for these purposes?
It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter since it's a joint meeting. Anybody could make the motion and second it.
Okay, so with
Everything
that,
will be roll call. Everything will be roll call, obviously, because it's a Zoom meeting.
yes, so that I have, thank you. So with that, I will entertain a motion on this topic from any member.
Mr. Vice Chair, I will make a motion that we appoint Sarah Camera to the position of Board of Assessor until the next town election in May of 2024.
I'll second that. This is Brian LaFawn.
Okay, motion has been made and seconded. With that, I will now take a roll call vote. Mr. Alonso,
Aye.
Mr. Nuzolo,
Aye.
Ms. Emke,
Aye.
Mr. Rabbit,
Aye.
Mr. LaFond,
Aye.
and an aye from myself, Lou Franco. Congratulations. It's a unanimous, and so your next step after this is to go get sworn in at the town clerk's office.
Do you have, excuse me, just a point of order, do you have to report that the chair has left the meeting? That's why he did.
Yeah, I will make a note of that. The Chairman Jeffries was on the meeting earlier. We're only unanimous now because he dropped off. So we only had 4 select board members here. Thank you for that, Mr. LaFond, and he's unable to rejoin the meeting. So with that, we'll move into the closing public comments. Do we have any public comment from the town manager? Okay. Public comment from the public.
Are you, the board is ending the meeting, right?
Oh,
The
yes.
Select
you're
board, you
quite
have
right. Yes,
at
quite
least
right.
one other agenda item.
We do need the Board of Assessors to close its meeting.
I so move that we close the Board of Assessors meeting.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
You got
Aye.
roll call, Jack.
Oh,
Roll
that's right,
call.
roll call. Good point. Thank you. Brian LaFond
Aye.
and myself, John Rabbit. Congratulations. sir.
You have to vote.
Thank you.
Nice to have a full board.
Yes, it is.
Thank you to you all.
Yes.
See you Wednesday.
Thank you.
Okay, so finally, any public comment from, whoa, don't be dropping off yet. Hold on. Okay, any public comment from the public? Any public comment from the select board? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Hold it. No, I think we have it. I think the town manager is saying you have another agenda item. Is that true? I
Oh,
don't have the agenda.
Right, the Board of Assessors can adjourn their meeting, but
We did.
No, they adjourned.
We
Yes.
can watch.
Huh?
We're gonna
Yes,
watch.
you
or
can
you're
watch.
gonna, yeah.
What? We're good.
Mhm.
We are now good.
What is the
The-
other
The
item?
2 other agenda items, one you do not need to act on anymore because they withdrew their request to provide a rain date for the Oktoberfest. They're gonna keep on schedule with the Saturday
Oh, crap.
date.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other agenda item was for the board to vote on any special town meeting warrant articles that they wanted to add.
Okay, you know what happened
Yes.
here? I actually didn't open the updated agenda if there was one, so I was working from the old one, which I apparently had the same link, so thank you for that. Our cutoff is for what, for that, for,
Specifically, the special purpose stabilization fund
Right.
article.
Yes, we want to add, we talked
Mm.
about Tuesday night adding a placeholder article to put the special purpose, the vehicle special purpose stabilization fund article on the special town meeting warrant. So we can discuss it before town meeting, but we have to make it under the deadline of Monday's deadline of getting articles on. So
okay. So in
So I
that
would
case,
make a motion that we as a vote of the select board, have the town manager put on such an article to basically use the special purpose stabilization fund for the purchase of the 3 vehicles for which the town, for which we as the board used ARPA for earlier in the year. And to use that as the funding source, use the special stabilization fund as the funding source instead at the special town meeting.
I'll second that.
Okay, that motion has been made and seconded. Roll call vote. Ms. Semke,
And the roll call vote is just to put it on the warrant, just so people, we're not voting on the content or the, whether we support it or not, just putting it on the warrant.
correct, yes. Roll call vote. Ms. Semke.
You're muted. We didn't hear you.
She wasn't.
You're
technically-
unmuted now.
I'm double muted. Aye.
Okay. Mr. Nuzzolo,
Aye.
Mr. Alonso,
Aye.
and an aye from me, Lou Franco. Mr. Jeffries is still not with us, so 4-0.
And the other one was the animals bylaw to amend the 110 on the nuisance.
Yes. As an
Mr.
article again, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Alonso, you have that material in front of you. I do not have that in front of me.
I don't have it in front of me, but I will make the motion that we request that the town manager put on a special town meeting warrant article, at which point we will ask for a revision or a modification of the existing dog. I don't know what we want to call it. I don't have the heading of it right now.
I
Of the
think
dog
that chapter is called animals.
animals under, it's our bylaws chapter, I believe it's 110.
110.
Yes.
One.
That have to do with dogs and dog restrictions and dog licenses, et cetera. Especially as pertaining to the public nuisance section of that article.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Roll call vote. Ms. Emke,
Aye.
Mr. Nuzzolo,
Aye.
Mr. Alonso,
Aye.
and an aye from me, Lou Franco. That vote is unanimous, 4-0 in the absence of the chair, Mr. Jones. Okay, so does that complete our action items, Madam Town Manager?
It does.
Thank you for bringing those to my attention. I dropped the ball there. I opened the wrong agenda.
No,
so-
in all fairness, Mr. Franco, I didn't see them because I opened up the agenda from the town calendar, from the website. I didn't open up the revision because of the computer I'm on, so I didn't see it either. So it was an easy thing because it was just revised.
Okay, okay. Very good. So now I believe we have already asked for public comment from everybody except the board.
I have none.
Actually, now I have to re-ask public comment based on those two topics. Any public comment from the town manager? Any public comment from the public? Seeing none. Any public comment from the board? Of select board, that is.
No.
Okay, I will therefore now take entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Roll call vote. Ms. Emke,
Aye.
Mr. Nuzzolo,
Aye.
Mr. Alonso,
Aye.
and an aye from me, Lou Franco. We are adjourned. Thank you very much.
Good night, everyone.